Hello, friends. Well, okay, so I'm a couple minutes early. It's a couple minutes early, and I forgot when you do it scheduled like this, even if you're early, people can't. Oh, there we go. We're live. Okay, I was thinking that it wouldn't even show until 1 o'clock, but it's just a delay, that's all. Oh, crud. I wanted to see if I was doing. Oh my gosh. I wanted to try out my Starlink. Dadgummit. Let me just go out for a second. Okay, I am. Sorry, guys. Oh, I just messed the whole thing up. I think it's messed up now. Dadgummit. Okay, hold on. Okay. And then I gotta do this. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm probably making you all so sick. I'm so sorry. I had to see if I was using the Starlink. Okay, a long story, guys. Sorry. Hi, Phyllis. I hope I didn't make you sick flipping my phone all around. Well, I wanted to try Starlink for my live video down here. And so I needed to check my phone to see if I was on Wi-Fi or if I was using my cell service. Because I normally use my cell service when I go live, because down here at the studio, I have a cell phone booster. But now that we have Starlink, I wanted to try it. So can you please tell me, what is it like? Can you hear me okay? Let me just turn my volume on real quick. So can you please tell me? Oh, it looks good. The quality of the video looks good. Hello, Pam Miller. Pam Miller from Alabama. Hi, Tay. Sunny and warm Utah. Hi, Donna. Okay, this is awesome. So the picture looks good, and it's kind of blurry, but anyways, just trying out the Starlink here down at the studio. So I'm super happy to report that you guys can see everything. Now that I did that, I've got to move this stuff over. I don't think you're going to be able to see my palette today, but I suppose that's fine, because it's not like this is a painting lesson, right? Okay. So anyway, hello, welcome. Oh my goodness. Life is flipping crazy. You know, I just got back from Florida. We were gone all last week. And man, I mean, I got to take those vacations when I can, because otherwise it's just 90 to nothing. I got home and I'm working feverishly on getting my May releases ready. Plus, I have the retreat I'm leaving for a week from tomorrow. And I don't even have the kits done, because I was waiting for, it's just a long story. I'm always waiting for something to come in, you know, in order to do my kits. So, anyway. Yeah. So today I'm finalizing the book, With Thy Hands. So Donna, you already have these designs because you were at the Farm Girl retreat last spring when I, you know, had those designs. So anyway, I was laying out the book and I just happened to look up and it was 10 minutes to 1. I was like, I mean, I usually have an alarm set, but we were on vacation last week, so I turned all my alarms off. So it's a good thing I looked at the clock when I did. Yay! I finally have amazing internet down here at the studio. We've only lived here for 21 years. No, 21 years. 22 years. In June, it will be 22 years we've lived here, and we finally have good internet. Isn't that insane? Oh, you have no idea how much I missed that retreat. Oh, gosh, dog it. I was very sad I couldn't go. And you know, I know sometimes, Michelle, you know, it's not always the same weekend every year. So, and neither is my Florida trip. So it's just like some years I'll be able to go to the spring retreat and some years I won't be able to. You know, because like if it was the same weekend every year, I would make sure that I wasn't in Florida that weekend. You know, and then there's our granddaughter's birthday on May 6th. So I'm going to be missing that every so often. It's just kind of crazy. I wish she did it like mid to late May, but that's just me. So, what's going on with everybody? I know the fall retreat is going to be so fun. Who's the guest designer? Is it someone said Beth Twist? I don't even know. Isn't that it's terrible because a lot of times, you know, you'd sign up for a retreat because of the guest designer. You're like, oh, that's my favorite designer. I want to go to that retreat. And then some retreats, it's like, oh, I love this retreat. I'm going no matter what, or no matter who the guest designer is. And that's how I am with Michelle's retreats. Oh my gosh, it is Beth Twist. Oh, that is so exciting. I love her. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Well, her and I are the guest designers for the Acorns and Threads retreat next fall of 2024. So her and I are going to collab on something. So her and I were talking about it at the Nashville market, and I didn't even know she was going to be the guest designer. That's terrible. Oh, how exciting. Well, that just made my day. You know what I discovered, y'all? That I don't know how to relax. I am so used to doing something all the time. Like I don't just sit and watch TV. I don't just sit idly and do nothing. It's just not me. It's not in my nature. I'm either sketching or I'm working on my laptop designing or I'm stitching or doing punch needle or I don't know. I just love to create. And so that's what makes me happy. So that's why I do that stuff all the time. Well, when we went to Florida, you know, we would be either if we weren't in the water, we were, you know, lounging in the chairs under the umbrella, which I did quite a bit because I burn easy. And my friend and her husband, God, they get so dark and tan. They don't burn. Kevin and I, we burn just looking at the sun. So, you know, I took a book down there to read. I took my sketchbook and that kind of thing. But like at night, after we'd go out to dinner and stuff, we'd come back. And one night we played, a couple of nights we played cards. But for the most part, we would just sit out on the deck. It was like a screened in deck. And you know, we watched the sunset. We went down to the beach because we were on the beach, like just beachfront type condo. And one night we did go down and I videotaped the sun setting. It was so cool. It just amazes me how fast the sun sets once it gets to a certain, you know, certain spot on the horizon. Like as soon as it starts touching the water, it just seems to go so fast. It's crazy. Anyway, just some of those kind of things. I only see it, you know, once a year. So it always amazes me. But anyway, so we would, you know, just sit and visit and play music. And like I was going to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I think one night I made myself stay up till 11 because I'm like, come on, you're on vacation. But I'm a morning person. I love my mornings. And if I'm going to stay up at night, I have to be doing something, playing cards, or if I'm out seeing a band at the bar, or if I'm home, I would be stitching or doing something if I'm going to stay up late. Just not one to sit around. And I found myself a little bit antsy at times. You know what I mean? Are you guys like that, or is it just I'm crazy? Well, okay, I'm a little bit crazy. I admit that. So yeah, we got home on Saturday afternoon. We went grocery shopping because I knew that Ryan and Kyle would have ate us out of house and home. So before we even went home, because I'm like, I do not want to go home and then leave. So we went grocery shopping on our way home, and we just vegged that night. And you know what? My dog was not that happy to see me. It was the weirdest thing. If I leave and go to the grocery store, or I, come down to the studio just to grab something, I'm gone like 10 minutes tops. She goes bonkers. But no, I've gone for a week, and I come in and she was like, yeah. I mean, she wagged her tail. But she acted really timid and weird. It was very strange. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You're ticked off that you didn't get to go with us. Yeah, but she's back to normal now. And Kevin, so we got home. We did that on Saturday, grocery shopped, vegged out, and then Sunday was Mother's Day. So we went to church, and then I got my mom a beautiful orchid, because I'm like, if I can grow an orchid, my mom can grow an orchid. I'm serious. So I got her, it's like a mini orchid because she doesn't have a lot of room. It's so cute. It's like the flowers like half the size of a regular orchid. So pretty. And I got her new coloring books and new coloring pencils, because I remember her saying not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, that I asked her if she was still coloring, and she's like, yeah, I need some new books. Anyway, so she was super happy about that. And then we were gone for Ellery's birthday. So we also celebrated Ellery's birthday on Sunday. So I had to clean the house and do all that stuff. We had company all day. And then Monday, hit the ground running, getting ready for the retreat, working on my new releases. Monday, I fully finished 5 pieces. And yesterday, I photographed all of them and wrote all the directions and instructions and stuff. And just today, like 5 minutes before I went live, I got a text from Chantel that she delivered the finishing pieces for the retreat pieces. So after this, I'm going to be fully finishing the retreat pieces, photographing them, making the covers and directions and everything. Yeah, so I got to do that today too. There you go. Hi, Christine. You're a night owl. See, I've always been a morning person, and Kevin's always been the night owl. Yeah. And then he left Monday morning because a cousin of his passed away while we were in Florida, and they were having the funeral Monday at 11 up in Manistee, Michigan, which is like over 3 hours, about 3.5 hours from us. So he had to get up and get ready, get packed for Sunday night after everyone left. And I mean, it's just been a whirlwind since we got home. So he and his 3 brothers are up in Manistee. He's on his way home now, though. And yeah, there you go. So Teeny Woo and I have been snuggling. It's, what's funny to me? It's that when Kevin's away, why do I get scared to go to bed at night? It's the stupidest thing, because when he's here, I'll go to bed. I don't even give it a thought about, someone breaking in or whatever. I mean, it's not like I'm paranoid and I'm not so scared I can't fall asleep. It's not that bad. But it's just, I'm more nervous about that kind of thing when he's not here. And the really crazy part is that when he is here, he half the time is falling asleep on the couch. So it's not like he's going to do anything to save me. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what I would do without my teeny boo, because she really does make me feel safe. She really, really does. I mean, it's just funny. Are you guys like that? I don't know. I don't know that I could ever, like, I just, yeah. I always have a dog for that reason. I've got to have a little puppers. Right, Teeny Woo? Of course, you know, then I got up in the morning and she's laying, like, I've got the foot in the lazy boy. I've got the feet up and my feet up, and I'm doing my prayers. And you know how your house just creaks and makes sounds? Well, there were these sounds, and then she's laying there trembling. So I'm like, well, she would never probably be really any help either. Then again, if she hears a person, she would go crazy. We were coming up from the studio last night. I worked until it was almost dark. It was like 9:15. And so I was walking up from the studio with Teeny, and she saw a raccoon, and thank goodness they can go up the tree fast, because I would not want her to get into a tussle with a raccoon. It was a big one too, and she was going crazy. Just, she makes this like grunting noise when she's running and she's like on the hunt for something. I can't explain it. She's the weirdest dog I've ever had, but I love her dearly because she is weird. But yeah, I'm glad that thing got up the tree quick. I had a hard time getting her to come in the house. Oh, these are pretty flowers. What's everyone working on today? Are you at work? Are you at home? Are you stitching? Are you quilting? Are you sewing? Are you mending? Mending's darning. Is it mending or darning? Or does that mean the same thing? Alrighty then, let's do the brick. So my new releases, I'm going to have 4 cross stitch patterns, and then the With Thy Hands book. So it's 5, and 1 punch needle. I'm going to record the video probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm not going to post the video though on YouTube until we get the book in. I mean, I'm just designing the book now. So by the time, my goal is to have it uploaded today, I should be able, they usually take 24 hours. I should be able to approve the book tomorrow. And then it usually takes them like a week and a half. So it's probably actually going to be June before, once I get a ship date from them, because they're really fast and they will give me an approximate ship date, and they're usually a day before they say, a day after they say, or they're right on time. So then I can send out my mass email to the shops, post my video, and then, you know, people can start placing their orders and stuff. But I don't want to do it so early and then, you know, have people waiting on their orders because I don't have the books. That's just silly. So yeah, my May release is probably more like a June release, the 1st of June, but whatever. The June 1st is what? Is that next Tuesday? Not next Tuesday, but the week after that. Memorial Day is a week from Monday. Oh, I don't know. Because I'm thinking about Patreon too. I've got 2 of the 3 designs charted. I worked on that when I was in Florida. And they are cute. Stoked about these. I'm always excited to show the new Patreon designs. I want to go live in Patreon, but it's probably going to be Friday before I can do it. Busy month for me. Wedding anniversary this past Monday. Congratulations. Hubby's birthday on Friday. Mother's Day. Husband's last cancer treatment on Friday. Yay, that is awesome. Making a dowel quilt for one of the nurses. Oh, that's so cool. Donna is doing convention prep work. And Christine is suiting up to do a beehive inspection. Listen to you now, watch later. How cool. A beehive inspection. You should be doing live videos. I want to see how that's done. So what I'll do, if any of you here are in my Patreon, what I'm going to do is as soon as I get the video done with my new releases, I'll share it in Patreon, you know, with the, what do you call it? With the caveat? Would that be the right word? Letting you know that don't bug your shops for them yet, because it'll be a week or so before orders can be placed. Ooh. I don't know. Well, I could make all except for the book. I don't know. I got to think about that, because that's making more work for me, because I'm going to have to put them in a secret shop and stuff. And I'm telling you, I just don't have time. I leave a week from tomorrow to go to the craft gallery retreat. And like I said, I don't even have the kits ready. The trunk show, that's easy peasy, because I have everything sitting out from the last retreat I did. So I just have to, reorganize that, because I'm not taking as much with me. Putting the kits together and then making more prints for Kyle to put together, more 8x10 prints. Stitchy girls. I saw a nasty old gardener snake. I'm walking. Why is this? This is a brand new. This is a brand new brush, and it's splitting at the end. It's really ticking me off. It's making it hard to do this fine detail. Anyways, I'm walking from, out my front door, and along the side of the garage, we have plants and bushes and a tree and all that there. And I heard something move that I knew was not a bird. Anyways, sure enough, I turned around and looked, and there he was. He's much bigger this year. He must have ate really good last year. Yep, he's hanging out in the plants waiting for a toad to come along. Or me, just to scare me. He's such a brat. I know snakes are good. You know what, guys? Okay, so we were gone a week. During that week, I cannot believe how much everything bloomed out and the leaves came out on the trees and stuff. Amazing. In 1 week, it just blows my mind. But the mosquitoes this year, oh, they're just relentless, and there's a ton of them. Kevin said, oh, we had a mild winter. It's going to be bad this year. I'm like, hey, don't say that. But he was right. It's really, really bad. Really bad. Nurse's daughter, not the nurse. Oh, gotcha. I love all the May Patreon, especially the Pledge of Allegiance. You always have such amazing designs. Thank you so much. I love Americana. Oh my gosh, I just love designing it. I love our country, so it makes it easy to love those designs, but I love designing them. I love seeing them stitched. Somebody has the, I saw that somebody has the tier 4 one with the bird and the bouquet and the flag. They have that done. I think someone has the Pledge of Allegiance done as well. It's like people were just and it's perfect timing. I always try to do May. Oh my gosh, I always try to ready for. Boy, easy for me to say. So 2 of last year's May Patreon are part of the new releases, Rapid Growth, and the other one is Sweet Land of Liberty. So those 2 were May Patreon 2022. And then the other 2 are brand new, never been seen. It's not from Patreon or anything. One is Stitchy Birds, and the other one is called Wisdom. And then the book is With Thy Hands from the Farm Girl Retreat. So yeah, a nice release, a nice variety. I crack up when I look at this painting and I see these candles so close to the roof of this house, the ceiling of this house. I know that's not real, but you know, it's folk art. So I do it. This video is probably going to be shorter than normal. We shall see. I'm going as soon as I get this painting done, I'm going to go because I really have a lot on my plate today. So Chantal 141 Design Company. She is amazing. She's directly east of me, or west of me, 1 hour. And she hand delivered some wood pieces. So I was going to have the retreat pieces framed because, you know, it's a craft gallery retreat and craft gallery does all my framing. But these pieces are small and I wanted people to be able to finish them themselves if they wanted to. And, you know, I didn't even think of it till the other day. I'm like, I hope I didn't offend Paula at the craft gallery that I didn't have her frame them. You know, when I told her I was just going to finish them myself on pieces that they could purchase so they could finish them themselves when they got done stitching them, you know, I didn't even think of the fact that it might be a disappointment or, you know, whatever. I just didn't think of that till the other day. I guess because I'm not that sensitive, so I figure other people aren't that sensitive. I'm just not that sensitive. And I don't think she is either. I think she'll be like, oh, that's fine. I didn't even think of that. She probably is just fine with it, but I always worry because I think, well, Teresa, you know, some people are more sensitive than you. There you go. It's right under the chimney. I love it. Oh, that's funny. There you go. So it works. I think these two are so cute. Colleen's here. Hello, Colleen. What's happening in your world, Colleen? I thought you and Cheryl were doing a Flosstube video. Oh, thank you. Because she messaged me about something, and the way it sounded like you guys were going to have one come out like over a week ago. I don't know how people do floss tubes together, just for the fact that getting schedules together is not the easiest thing. Loading the ABC quilt on the long arm today. Ah, cool. I'm so out of touch. I don't know what anyone's working on or I'm trying to get caught up on YouTube or Flosstube, like having it playing while I'm working and stuff. Because maybe that's why I'm saying maybe you had a video and I just missed it, because you know how that is. Like if you don't watch something right away and then other new floss tubes come up, the other ones, like, you have to go search them out. They're not going to come up in your feed anymore. It's quite the algorithm. Cheryl always says we are going to do a floss tube, and then, you know, she gets busy with her chickens. How are all the Teresas doing, I wonder? It's so funny. Supposedly tomorrow, remember, we are going to be more consistent, and then we didn't. I know. You know, I used to be very consistent. I mean, I was every week. I did that for I don't know how many years. I might miss one week here and there. Very, very few though. But now with, you know, I mean, now I go to Florida in the spring. I never used to do that. Now I'm doing retreats. Never used to do that. So I find that I'm not doing them as frequent as I normally do. But then again, I don't have as much stitching to show because I'm so busy. I don't have time to stitch. So it works out. It's not like there's anything to show. I did not even, no, I actually did. I took my stitching with me to Florida, but instead of stitching, I decided to work on my laptop and design the May Patreon or the June Patreon charts, just because I knew I was going to be in a pickle if I didn't get a head start on them. You know what I mean? So I didn't even get my stitching out. And the funny part is, my friend that we all, you know, her and her husband went with Kevin and I to Florida. She used to cross stitch like crazy when her kids were little. And she swears to me she's going to get back into it. And I'm like, please do. Please get back into it and start coming to retreats with me. She would have so much fun doing that. They just got back from California. If Ed forgot to close the fence, could be the killing fields over there. Oh, no, don't say that. Oh, that'd be bad. That would be bad. What was I working on right here? She's been going a lot of places lately too, hasn't she? Hence the lack of floss tubes, right? There are a ton of new floss tubes to watch. Yes. There's new floss tubers, I swear, every day. It's amazing. The community just keeps growing and growing. It's just so cool. All right. Those of you who are here who watch Flosstube, list your favorite floss tubers. I'm just curious. In case there's some I'm missing. Trust me, I have like my standard ones that I watch no matter what. And it just depends. If I have a lot of work to do, like if I'm designing fabric, there's so much Photoshop work to do, and it doesn't take concentration. It's just very time consuming. So I can consume a lot of floss tube. And, you know, and then once I've watched all my favorites, I'm like, oh, okay, well now what? And I try to find a good series to watch. I'll tell you a good series to watch. I just finished season 2 before we went to Florida. And I binged watched it when I was designing my fall fabric line. Because like I said, lots of computer laptop hours. But it's called Firefly Lane. And if you have not seen it, it's just about these two friends and their friendship throughout the years. It's so good. It's just so good. So if you want to watch a good, what's it on? I want to say, I don't know, Netflix maybe. Well, of course, Donna. Yep, Saltbox Stitcher, Kindred Stitcher. I was watching Kindred Stitcher this morning while I was doing my Whimsy 365 sketch. Farm Girl, Michelle, yes. Yep. Right, that retreat, Farm Girl retreat looks so much fun. Stitching with the Sisterlies. God, they crack me up every time I watch them. Hello from Venezuela. Yep, Brendan the Serial Starter. Oh, Firefly Lane, that was one of your favorite books. I didn't realize it was from a book, but oh, it's so good. Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. I love how much work she gets done. I love Donna. I love yours. You are so overdue. No pressure, but we wish you. When you do one though, it's like, because you don't do them like on a regular basis, you have so much to share and show that it's like super exciting to see all that you've been working on. I wrote out a list to hold Cheryl accountable. Donna was the first floss tube I ever watched and needs to do more. Hint, hint. No kidding. That's so cool. Saltbox Brendan. Yep. Oh, Antique Needleworkers and Kitten Stitcher. She is so fun to watch. Yes, Antique Needleworkers. Oh, and Needle and Flax. I like her. I know there's a ton more. Oh, Welcome Stitchery. Sips, Whips, and Sips with Justine and Shelley. They are funny. Right? I agree, Colleen. When Donna and Kitten Stitcher do a floss tube, it's like a treat. Right. Hi, Tammy. Hello, hello. Oh, and Fox and Rabbit. Running with scissors. I'm not sure. Wait, you've had them twice. What did I miss? Oh, I know. I am planning one soon. I've been battling shingles for 8 weeks. Oh, gosh. I am so sorry. Yeah, I had it one time. I had shingles one time, and I didn't know what it was. I was actually in Atlanta, so this was a while back. That was when I would go to Atlanta every January for the Atlanta market for my licensing and stuff. And I had this paint. And so the thing where mine was on my back, right under my bra strap. So kind of lower back, not lower back, middle of my back. And so I couldn't really see it. I just had this pain, and I'm like, it's weird, just all of a sudden, like this burning sensation. I'm like, what is that? So when I got home, I went to the doctor's, and she said it was shingles. She gave me some stuff for it, and it was gone in like 2 days. But I under the I am under the assumption, and I could be wrong, that once you have it, like the next time you get it, it'll be worse. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird feeling. And it can pop up anywhere. That's the scary part. Oh, yours was in your back too. So you get the shingle shot nowadays. So you're saying that you have to get, I thought once you got the shingle shot, you didn't have to get it again. You have to re-up that shot? I'm working on the brick. I'm laying brick, guys. If only it was this easy. So I had to make a couple prints on wood, and I haven't made those in so long, but somebody ordered the St. Michael, my St. Michael print adhered to like a cradle board. Anyways, she ordered it a long time ago, and it's not something I have on Etsy, but she special ordered it before, and so she has she has a baptism coming up, and she wanted to order it again. Well, she ordered it a long time ago, and I kind of forgot about it, and because like she couldn't place an order, it was just through Etsy messages. Anyway, I started getting all my supplies together to make these prints on wood, and oh my gosh, it made me just crave wanting to do a big acrylic painting. Oh my gosh, I miss it so much. I don't know when I'm going to be able to. Probably not until I'm done doing retreats. But anyway, yeah, I was going through all my, like, trying to find my paints and my gel medium and all that stuff and looking for brushes. Yeah. And I got all excited. I got excited seeing all my art supplies, which I have a ton of. It's just ridiculous just sitting there. It makes me sad. Makes me sad, but not. You know, I mean, I'm so happy that my cross stitch business is thriving and doing so well. So I'm not complaining. It's just, I just want to do all the things, you guys, just like you guys want to quilt and stitch and do all that. Well, I feel the same way about painting. I have the classic shingles belt. From my belly button around to my spine. My mom said I never had chicken pox, so I was stunned. Uh-oh. There are 2 shots now. I encourage everyone to get them. Right? All the rules are breakable. Yeah. I think a lot of times, it's kind of like the weather. They predict things and they predict the weather, and it's most of the time not right. But I mean, everyone's body is different, so I don't think you can say 100% anything. Well, I like the looks of this brick. Yeah, I got a text today from one of my friends, her husband. I don't know if he was having headaches or what was going on. She didn't mention that, but they're at the emergency right now, and he's having an MRI done because they found a spot on his brain, and I'm like freaking out. These are really close friends of ours from our parish. So if you're the praying kind, please pray for Bill to have a good outcome, that it's not something super scary. Oh, you had chickenpox according to the doctor, just don't know when. Oh, gotcha. As a kid, I had poison ivy. Oh, every summer. Mom and I are betting I had chickenpox. Oh, at the same time. Gotcha. No rule breakers here. Thank you, Pam. It's funny. My husband said, "What is SFF?" Remember we had this, I think we already had this discussion last Whatcha Paint Wednesday, and I said somewhere on the design I was going to put Stitching Friends Forever or something, just because people won't know what that means. Because, I like to invent things. Confuse people. What's crazy is that this is how my mind works, and probably all designers are the same. But like, I'm working on this May release, which sounds to me like it's going to be more of a, first week of June release. Okay. I'm already concerned about my September release. Yeah. Already concerned about it. Like, I have to start thinking about that immediately. We might have a tiny release in July, depending on where things stand, if we have time to do one. But yeah. I think it's the 1-year anniversary since Cheryl's heart attack. Remember that? I do remember that. Oh, yes. How frightening. God, that's so scary. She's done a lot of like lifestyle changes, correct? Because of that. I know she was doing a lot of eating healthier, like she's canning now and growing a lot of her own food, and just yeah, all that. I know it's one of those things. God, we ate so well. I shouldn't say we ate so terrible on our vacation, but eating out all the time is, I guess, to me, terrible. But I mean, we were having fish. I had a lot of grouper. I had yellow. What did I have? Yellowtail fish. Oh my gosh, best meal. And the reason I got it is because I didn't even care about what the fish was, but it was going to have capers and artichokes. over the fish, and I was like, I was sold. It was the best fish dish I've ever had in my life. It's at this place called Casey Key, and oh, their food is absolutely incredible. And people down there in Florida, they know how to make pina coladas that'll just knock your socks off. They're so creamy. Oh my gosh, just so good. So yeah, I got home, and well, we got home, and then I'm like, I'm gonna start this diet. Well, I wasn't gonna start it on Mother's Day because it was Ellery's birthday too, and we had cake and ice cream, and I made my mother-in-law's recipe for potato salad, which everyone loves. So yeah, I'm still eating like a pig right now. I did start working out though. I'm working out. I'm going to work out 6 days a week. I have worked out. I'm sore everywhere. I'm here to tell you I'm sore everywhere. My legs, my chest, everything. And then walking on my step machine so far every day this week. Got to make some changes, man. It's not even just the weight. It's just wanting to be healthy. But yeah, I could stand to lose a few pounds too. All right, I got to paint the S. What color am I going to paint the SFF? Like a dark brown. I don't want red because there'd be all this red. I got blue. I got blue on this side, reds on this side. It could be green or a dark brown, black, yellowfin tuna. No, it was yellowtail something. I think it was yellowtail. I don't even know. You thought she already ate healthier than me for sure. Right? Green. I know I was thinking green too. That would be good. Yeah, because of the green here, and that's the only place there's green. I like it. I like it, Pam. Is the fin the tail on a fish? No, I think the fin is the part that comes off the top of the fish, isn't it? Oh yeah, get this. By the way, I could have been eaten by a shark. My friend, she thinks I'm crazy. No, seriously. I'm standing in the water. So if you've never been to Siesta Key, it is absolutely incredible. The water is clear. You can get, I mean, I never went out to my neck, but I mean, I got chest high and you can see the bottom. It's clear. There's no rocks and stuff. The sand is basically 90% or 99% quartz. We looked it up because we're like, what makes this sand so incredible? It doesn't get hot because it's white, but it's runoff from the Appalachian. I mean, we looked it up and it's quartz. It's not a brown sand. It doesn't have like a lot of other minerals and things in it. So anyway, the softest, nicest sand ever. So anyway, I was standing there talking to my friend. We're like waist deep. And I just happened to turn and my head sideways and I saw something big in the water swimming right behind me, was going right past me. And I goes, Jan, look. And she saw it too. It was big. It was probably 5 foot long, dark, and moving like fast. Yeah. Was not really a fan of that at all. Yeah, right. And then this was cool. We saw a manatee. That was the first time ever seeing one in the wild, where it was, you know what a manatee is? They look like a big giant walrus, like the size of that, but not with the walrus teeth. And they just float real slow. They're completely harmless. People go to places to swim with them. Anyways, one of those just went swim by real slow. And then we saw like these little school of fish. They were like maybe this long. Don't know what kind they were. They look kind of silvery. And there might have been 6 to 8 of them at a time, a little school. And they would just swim in between people and just take off. And then a jumping fish. It looked like here in Michigan, we call them like a bluegill type fish, but kind of flat and round, like, okay, flat, but in circular shape. Anyway, it would just like, shoo, Choo. Just like, didn't make that noise though. Would just jump. And it's, that stuff fascinates me. But the shark thing, she says, my friend says, oh, it was probably just a dolphin. I'm like, well, we don't know. Because she goes, well, sharks are light in color. They wouldn't be dark. I'm like, whatever. If it's big and it's moving fast and I don't know what it is, I'm just going to assume it's a shark because that's scary. Cheryl's here. Yay. Were your ears burning? Is that why you hopped on? You don't go in the water at the beach since you saw Jaws. So last year when we went, I was not planning on getting in the water. So a few years back, probably 4 years ago, I went with Kristen, my soul sister, and her daughter Gabby. We went down to Alabama, and I told them I'm not getting in the water because I've always been afraid of the ocean. So they got in the water the very first day, and Kristen got stabbed in the foot by a crab. And we like had to take her to a clinic and stuff because she didn't want to get an infection and all that stuff. Well, then we find out that it's, I forget what kind of season it was. And anyways, the crabs, it's the season of the crabs, just call it that. They were on the beach. They were like everywhere, like when it was starting to get dusk. And in the morning, if you went out on the beach too early, they would scatter. Ugh, ugh, ugh. So anyway, so when I went to Florida last year with our friends, I told them I'm not getting in the ocean. She's like, oh, come on, you need to get in the ocean, blah, blah, blah. So I finally did. I mean, it didn't take much to convince me because it was so blasted hot that I had to at least get in the water to cool off. And once I got in the water and saw how clear it was, see, the thing is for me, if I'm in the water, even in a lake, and I can't see what's down there, it scares me. Like, I want to know. I want to see what's down there. So anyway, last year, but that was the same thing that happened last year too, is that something big and dark swam past us. And my friend, it went behind me, and my friend said, Teresa, look behind you. Like, she said it fast like that so I would see it. I took it as, look behind you, you're going to get ate. And I turned around real fast and saw this black thing swim by me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, was that a shark? She's like, no, it couldn't have been a shark. I'm sure it was just a dolphin. Or are they called porpoise? If it's small, something like that. Anyway, so that's 2 years in a row that this has happened to me. And I'm just not a fan of it. I did not get out of the water, but I did not face the beach the entire time. I was out there the rest of the time. I stayed where I could look out, because if anything's going to come in. Oh, and then Kevin, this is my husband. He says, well, if a shark comes at you, just hit it in the nose. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like, who thinks of these things? I've heard of that before, but I'm sorry. If a shark's coming at me, I don't think I would have the instinct to, I don't know what I would do. So with my luck, I'd put my hand in to do that, and it would open its mouth and just swallow my whole arm. So basically use my left hand to hit the shark in the nose, because that way if he eats my arm off, it's not my right arm. I can still paint. I don't know. It's too freaky. Sounds bad that you're laughing. The last time I did go in the water, something touched me on the foot. That was it, right? I don't blame you. Your dad told you that, to hit it in the nose. That's so funny. My first instinct is to turn around and run. But, just like they say, play dead if a bear comes to attack you. Sorry, it's not happening. I mean, your instinct is just to run, to flee, to fight or flight. And I'm more of the flight kind of person when it comes to that. So anyway, so that's 2 years in a row now that this thing, like, does it say, oh, Teresa's here, let's go scare the bejeebas out of her? I don't know why it's happened 2 years in a row. I don't like that. So Cher, we're all dying to know, how are your chickens doing? Sorry, I used that word dying though, because like we're all hoping that all your chickens are okay. "20 Teresa's still alive." That's a lot of Teresa. I am so sorry. Well, that's good. Because you just returned from a trip, right? So you have like neighbors that come and take care of them. To me, that's the hardest part about it's so funny. Okay, my mind is everywhere. I don't know if you guys watched The Grinch, the one with Jim Carrey, but that's my favorite Grinch, and it's just cracks me up, and I look forward to watching it every single year. But I do this all the time. After we get home and I'm snuggling with my dog and I'm sitting on the couch, I quote The Grinch and I go, "I don't know why I ever leave this place." Yes, we share duties. That's nice. That's awesome. The dogs too. We're lucky because like during the week, Kyle works here, and then Ryan, like when he goes home, Ryan's out of work, so then Ryan stays the night here with Teeny. So yeah, my dog's spoiled. She has like personal sitters. So we're very lucky in that aspect that we have someone to watch Teeny Woo. I don't know why I ever leave this place. I would be happy never leaving this place. Well, to go to a retreat once in a while. Okay, and to go see Kristen. Okay, and to go blah blah blah. It's nice to go away. It is nice to go away, but once I get home, I'm just like, well, I'm such a routine person. I like my routine. I don't know, I just like being home. That's a good thing though, right? Okay. Okay, my fair ladies, I think I'm gonna go. You're a homebody too. Yep. Do you guys want to see one of my new releases? One that you haven't seen before? I did a sneak peek of it on Instagram. Colleen knows the story behind this one. So, you're pulling weeds in the garden. Gosh, I need to do that too. But with all I got going on with the new release and then having a retreat next week, yeah, the weeds are going to take over. But whatever. I told Kevin I want to just like redo all my beds and just make them like bushes, like have a professional landscaper come and put bushes in and put all the stuff down to keep the weeds out, and just like I need to simplify my gardening because I don't have time for it. But yeah, so this is one of those designs that I think it would be better on a different fabric. And when I got it back, I mean, I still love it. Oh, let me just show it to you. Hurry up, we want to see. At least Donna's polite. Okay, so this is what it is. It's called Wisdom. And I don't know how good the picture is. You quit pulling weeds to see. So And I might unframe this and have it professionally framed because I thought I did a good job, but then I see this bottom line is kind of wavy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it says, be harmonious. That's where the bees come in. Judge not, that ye not be judged. And then kindness is wisdom. Love one another. And my favorite one is this: 'tis not fruitful to lift one up by belittling another. Thank you, Pam. Thank you for being here. Cheryl. Thank you. Hi, Carol. Thank you. It's not really coming across very good, but I think it looks better in person than like when I photographed it and stuff. I really struggled getting the cover to look good. Now, also the frame, I ordered this frame and I think I ordered it the wrong size because I don't like how much room there is between the words in the frame. So I don't like that part. This frame also, if you look, you see the light kind of gray color in there. That was the color of the frame. So I must have ordered it knowing I was going to paint it. I don't know. But anyway, this piece was sketched in my sketchbook after there was a kerfuffle on Instagram between some stitchers. Anyways, I'm not going to get into what was going on, but it basically was just that, you know, someone was kind of bullying somebody else into changing something by making them feel bad. And it was not cool. Anyway, so Colleen already knows the story. So this was the inspiration that came from that. Just basically that, you know, there's no reason to bully or belittle or point fingers or whatever. We can have discussions as adults and to just be kind. There's no reason to not be. But anyway, I just think if the blue is not showing up as much as I would like, I think this on a darker fabric that wasn't quite as modeled, I think would look better. But then again, sometimes I look at it and go, oh, I like the softness of it. So I don't know. I go back and forth on what I like and don't like about it. There's actually a design on around that heart on the pot that does not show up. I don't know what my problem is, but and you know, anyway, but you know, people can change the colors, people can change the fabric. I love the two heart and hands with the different skin tones. I think it's fun. Love all the little bees on it too. It would look good on hog bristle. This is, I want to say this is from LFA Linen's, oh jeepers, what is it called? Boston Tea Party, I'm pretty sure. Legacy Fiber Arts linen. Yeah, I think on a darker fabric, everything would kind of pop. But anyways, so I love it. I'm just saying that I think it could be a little better had some of the, but I don't know. Then, you know, you kind of look at the ghosty blue, you know, it's kind of nice to, from a distance, you don't see that. And then as you get closer, you go, oh, you know, then you can read other things, whatever. No, there's no 1/1. There are no fractional stitches, all full stitches. Yeah. The alphabet, I like how it's just kind of trickled down and through wherever I could fit it, you know. Anyway, but I love what it says. I love the message. So, and I like these weirdo trees, like Dr. Seuss kind of trees. They don't, what are they? They look like, I don't know, microphone, those kind of circle microphones. That's kind of weird. Right? And it's not real dense. Thank you. I mean, the most dense stitching you have here is this, and then the 3 flowers. It's, you know, and the pot, I suppose, but yeah, not horrible. All right, my lovely ladies, thanks for joining me today. I love hanging out with you guys, but yeah, I gotta go. finish up my With Thy Hands book, and then get my retreat pieces fully finished, photographed, and the directions written. All of that today. It has to be done today because I have the grandkids tomorrow. So pressure is on. Yes, sending hugs to everyone. Love you guys. Thanks for joining me. And we will see you, probably not next week because I leave next Thursday for the retreat. So I'll be busy packing everything up and stuff. So it'll be a couple weeks before I'm back. But anyways, have a nice couple weeks. Bye.